Alright guys, Papa Pepper here with another one of the Wild Man's Wild Friends, and this is one of my favorite salamanders. If you guys saw the big tiger salamander that I was able to hang out with up in Wisconsin, you may notice this one looks somewhat similar. It's another black colored mole salamander with yellow on it, but this one happens to be the spotted salamander. And actually, if you remember the one with the blue spotted salamander, kind of similar to that in ways too, other than this one has yellow. Now this one's the spotted salamander. They'll grow to about 10 inches. They can be found from up in Canada all the way down to Texas, across kind of the eastern part of North America in that general area. Now they are a mole salamander, so a lot of their life they're going to be hidden underground, and they hibernate down there as well. You can differentiate these from the tiger salamanders a couple ways. One is, if you notice, it's going to have basically two lines of yellow dots running the length of its body. As well, the belly is going to be different, where you pretty much just have this solid gray or pink color. So salamanders are amphibians. They're not reptiles. They are a cold-blooded animal, but they go through kind of the metamorphosis that a lot of amphibians go through, where these ones breed and then they lay their eggs in the water. Now if they lay their eggs in lakes, streams, ponds and stuff like that with fish, a lot of them get eaten. So what they like to do is inhabit forests where there's ponds that are just kind of they look like the little stagnant ponds. They're not very deep. Sometimes they fill up during good rains and stay there a while and eventually dry up. But if they exist long enough for these guys to reproduce and have their young, it works out pretty well, and they get the next generation going without having a lot of them being eaten. So this one's just a little one. I gotta thank Bluer Than Green for finding this one down on his land and saying, hey, you seen one of these? And of course I have seen these before, but this is my first one in Arkansas. The other ones I saw were always up in Wisconsin, where we did find some nice ones, and certainly enjoy them. For a while they were really big in the pet trade. I'm not sure how that's going these days, but they are a very interesting creature. The adults are going to eat different insects, worms, stuff like that. And then they do actually secrete a toxin as well when they feel threatened. And I think with amphibians it's always important, in my book, to wash your hands before and after handling them, because they have that soft absorbent skin where if you've got some sort of chemicals or something in your hand, you can contaminate them and poison them. So usually when I wash my hands too, I'll just wash my hands with just water and not really risk getting any sort of soap or things on the little animals. And one thing to realize too when you're dealing with amphibians is often they're going to be the first thing to go when the ecosystem becomes tainted and poisoned and polluted, because they can absorb so much. Anything on the land or in the air can wind up in the water. When it's in the water, then they can absorb it into their skin. And frogs, salamanders, other amphibians are often the first to go. One other thing that's interesting about the spotted salamander is that they can regrow body parts pretty well. Some lizards and different types of reptiles like that, they can regrow some of the tail, but these guys can regrow more parts of their body. So if they lose an arm or something like that, they can regenerate it. And I guess actually even if they lose part of their head and part of their brain, they can still regenerate that. So just what an incredible way to be created with such capabilities. I know a lot of scientists wish they could make us that way, but these guys got that capability. So cute little spotted salamander. Alright, pop out.